my god, see that? You're so cool.
Food for the soul. There's a clear disconnect between humans and what they put into their bodies. More specifically, the food that we eat. We've all heard that one saying, you are what you eat. But when you take it into a literal sense, I don't think that's something to be frankly proud of. I speak for many, but on a daily, we don't really think about where our food comes from, or how it gets to us, or what we're even eating, and what it really does to us. Well, with food sovereignty, which Google defines as the right of peoples to healthy and culturally appropriate food produced through ecologically sound and sustainable methods. What that basically means is food sovereignty helps us combat this issue and attack it at the root. It's all about reestablishing the cultural connection to the food that we're growing, that we're eating, and that we're producing. We need to try to heal the planet, reject industrialized production methods, practicing managing water, avoiding chemicals, promoting biodiversity, strengthening ecosystems will all help us embrace a brighter future. We need to remove all the pesticides that are being used and all the land that's being cleared out for these farming practices. If we continue to keep farming unethically, it'll continue to contribute to more climate change, and the cycle of sacrifice for gains and profit will only continue. There are several aspects and levels to this awareness. The first one being food for the people. We want to produce food for everyone, regardless of class, status, or political stance you may be intertwined with. Food sovereignty has been a big issue over time and is even intertwined with systemic racism, which mostly affects people of color. Valuing food providers will reestablish the respect for farmers, people who produce food, and for those who want to shy away from all the power that we give to these big corporations. As you may currently know, we are in a climate crisis, and a majority of our greenhouse gas emissions actually come from farmhouse emissions and livestock land. Working with nature in harmony with agriculture and the ecological process will only ensure a more sustainable future in times of crisis. This will not only return the skills that we may have lost throughout time, but it will also ensure an ecologically sound future. Lastly, building the knowledge and skills for farmers allows for farmers to pass down more generational knowledge for ethical farming practices. Localizing food systems will give more power to the food producers and consumers who want control over how they want to sell or buy, rather than all these GMO food products from all these other corporations. It sounds out of reach and far-fetched, but with the amount of power our government has, there's no reason why we should even have issues of poverty and relating to food insecurity. Removing the corporate aspect of how our food is produced, we want to make sure that every step of the food process is fair and sustainable for everyone.